How is everyone doing today? My name is Otto and welcome to the channel. Today I have a little friend that I want to introduce to you. It is a DJI Pocket 2 and I am going to explain to you how to use this pocket camera. There are two ways to use the DJI Pocket 2. One of them is by using the supply connectors, and what you do here is you plug your smartphone to the Pocket 2. There are many advantages of using a smartphone connected to the Pocket 2, like having a bigger screen to see what you're filming, and also it's going to be easier to navigate through the menus. Today, I want to focus on using the Pocket 2 without a smartphone, as I believe that most of the users are going to prefer using the Pocket 2 just like this and taking advantage of the small form factor that it has to offer. If you would prefer to use the Pocket 2 with a smartphone, I'll have a video tutorial with all those details very soon. So the first thing we want to do is to plug in the joystick attachment. That is going to leave us with 3 buttons and 1 joystick. And that's going to allow for some shortcuts that are going to be easier to use than going into the menus. We're gonna start with the top right button, and this one, if you press it once, is going to let you choose how the gimbal moves. Here we have 3 modes: follow mode, tilt, locked, and FPV. On follow mode, the gimbal is going to follow your movements very slowly, whether you go up and down, left or right, but it will maintain the horizon. Tilt lock is going to follow your movement left and right, but it's going to maintain horizon, and it will also maintain the tilt. And on FPV, the gimbal will move like the follow mode, but it will also unlock the roll axis. You can also do some rolling shots like this. Double press this button to change the joystick mode. We can set the joystick to control the gimbal movement or the zoom. If you set it to control the gimbal movement, it can go up, down, left or right. And if you set it to control the zoom, it will zoom in and out. Now, you might be asking, hey Otto, what about if I want to use both at the same time? Well, actually, you can, with a minor limitation. Whatever you choose for the joystick, you can control the other one on your screen. I'm using the joystick to control the gimbal movement, so the zoom would be on the screen. You have to press here to activate it, and then you just swipe up and down to zoom in and zoom out. If I control the zoom with the joystick, then over here is going to control the tilt of the gimbal. The limitation here is that the control with the gimbal is only to tilt up and down. You cannot go left and right. So now with this button, press once to switch between photo and video mode. Press twice to recenter the gimbal. Press 3 times and the gimbal will turn around. And if you press and hold it, it's going to lock all axes on the gimbal. The red button at the bottom left is to start recording or take a picture if you're on picture mode. Here we can also select the subject to use the active track on. Double tap on the subject until the screen turns into a green box. Swiping from the left is going to give you access to the pictures and videos that you have taken. You can scroll through them. And if you swipe again from the left, you can delete them or mark them as favorites. Swiping from the bottom is going to give you access to these 4 options. Up here, you can press this one to recenter the gimbal. This one is to quickly change between photo and video mode. This one is to change the gimbal movement. You can rotate from follow to tilt locked and to FPV. And the last one is going to set the follow speed for the gimbal. Options are fast or slow. Not much of a difference, but I prefer slow on most cases. Swiping from the right will allow you to have access to more shooting modes. The first one is panorama shots. And on the main screen, here at the bottom left, we can select 3x3 or 180 degrees panorama shot. On the right side, we can select a countdown if we want to. On photo mode, we can go again here to select some settings. We can choose between 16:9 or 4:3 aspect ratio, and on the right side we can select a timer for the photo. On video mode, you can select the resolution here on the left, 1080p, 2.7K or 4K. On the right side, you can select the frames per second. The slow motion, it is only going to work on 1080p, and you can select the speed on 4 or 8 times the slow motion. The last mode that you can choose on the gimbal is time-lapse. On the left side, you're going to choose the interval, which is how often it will take a shot. And on the right side, you're going to choose the duration of the shot, meaning how long the camera will be taking those shots every 1 second for this example. And this arrow down here is the total time of the final clip. In this case, the clip is going to be a 20 seconds video clip. Swiping from the top will allow you to access different settings. You can browse through them moving left or right. And the first one we have all the way to the left is this one that is going to allow you to choose what the joystick is gonna do. If you wanted to control the gimbal or if you wanted to control the zoom. The next one is going to be the settings, and I'm not going deep into them except that I want to mention just a few ones. From these settings, you can choose the language, you can calibrate the gimbal, and here on accessories, on this little icon on the lower left, you can set up the speed for the joystick. So here on the left side, you have the zoom speed, and on the right side, the gimbal speed. The higher the number, the faster it's going to move. The next one is glamour effects, and they only work for videos at 1080p with 24 or 30 frames per second. On the next one, you can lower the quality of the video to battery saver. I like keeping this on high quality. And the last option to the right side is to activate the Pro settings. Once activated, you can access more settings from the main screen up here. You can change the shutter speed, the ISO, the white balance, color profile, autofocus mode, and on page number 2, you have access to different audio options. Pocket-sized gimbal and camera. This thing has it all. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give me a like if you did, and if you didn't like the video, give me a like as well. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.